Welcome back to SB Nation. We're doing NFL divisional previews. Right now, the AFC West. Brad, why don't you tell me about who you think is going to be the top of the division?
All right, so the AFC West, a division defined by one big signing, some guy named Manning.
Pedro?
Patrice.
Peter Mattingly?
Manning, number 18. Number
Yeah.
18 was signed by the Denver Broncos. And that's what this division's really all about. His signing has changed this division completely. I think the Broncos are number one because of him. This was an 8-18 last year with Tim Tebow as their quarterback. You had Peyton Manning in.
That's 4 to 5 more wins automatically.
Well, if you look at what happened with the Colts, they were a 10-win team, and then they were a 2-win team without him. So you add that to Denver, I think they become one of the best teams in the AFC, and they're clearly the best team in the AFC West.
I think they're a Super Bowl contender.
I think they are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, it's kind of a jumble.
It is a jumble, and my surprise team number 2 that I think is actually a playoff team, and this is a little crazy, is the Oakland Raiders. Ooh. And the reason it's the Oakland Raiders, apologies to all other fans in the AFC West, the reason I like the Raiders is because I like the direction of their front office. Reggie McKenzie is an outstanding executive, and I really, really like their head coach, Dennis Allen. Another nod to the MileHighReport.com folks, Dennis Allen of the Denver Broncos, solidifying that team. And I like Carson Palmer, I always have.
I think that Carson Palmer is the right veteran presence for the team. I do think that they've gotten better, but my number 2 in the division is, in a nod to Arrowhead pride, the Kansas City Chiefs.
We'll talk about my Chiefs prediction later, but the Chiefs here, I think the Chiefs are actually the worst team in this division, and I think that the number 3 team is the San Diego Chargers. Now, you and I both agree the Chargers are taking a big step back this year, but they always seem to take a step back. They're always underachieving, even though they have a lot of talent. Phillip Rivers can play. They have great speed at the wide receiver position, I think, right now, and I like their draft. I like Melvin Ingram a lot.
Now, but the Chargers also have an injury to Ryan Matthews.
Yeah, it's big.
Vincent Brown's going to miss the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Antonio Gates finally healthy after 2 years of being injured. I just see that team taking a step back, though.
Offensive line is another issue with them, too. So, speaking of teams with a step back, I think the Chiefs, sorry, Arrowhead Pride, are the worst team in this division. And you disagree.
I disagree.
And the reason why I think they're bad is because of their quarterback, Matt Castle, and I don't have a lot of faith in Romeo as the head coach. Great defensive coach. Outstanding game planner. Just has not been able to get the teams that he's coached as a head coach over the hump, and I don't think it's going to happen in Kansas City either.
I see what you're saying. I'm no big fan of Matt Castle either. However, that's a team that's finally gotten healthy. They've got Jamal Charles back after losing him in week 2.
Yeah.
They got Eric Berry back after he missed an entire season. Tony Moeaki's back at tight end. And Romeo Crennel, while not my choice for a head coach, is such a huge leap forward from Todd Haley.
He is not Todd Haley.
The team has to unite after that.
In some way, yes. I think they'll unite.
I mean,
I just think they're talented.
You just see, like, they got rid of Todd Haley, and they immediately gave the Packers their first loss, their only loss of the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, this is a team that I think will be second in the division.
All right, I say they're going to be last, but that's just my opinion.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to SB Nation for more on the NFL, and we'll see you soon.